right, here we go. Second analysis for the day today. We got the gold. As you can see, it's all about commodities today, right? All about the futures market. We haven't been here as well for quite some time. We've been, but you can see, there was nothing significant to report about, right? I mean, ever since the beginning of the month, I would say, right, the beginning of October, price had been trading sideways in a very, very narrow fashion, where I believe the bottom line here was to just to play around with that mid-low support here, 1899. It was actually a resistance level up until a couple of weeks ago, and then price kind of crossed over. But it didn't do that smoothly, did it? It just came back and forth and just kept flirting around with that level. Anyway, according to the formation, we thought at the beginning when we saw price recovering from that low. Now, mind you, that low was actually a definite one because it took the previous one by a very tiny margin, but still, it kind of set a new low. So when it started to turn around, we felt that it was more likely that price will push all the way to the upper section here, pretty much, the area where it came from, 1979 and north, all the way to 2020, right? And even 2040. That's pretty much the area we thought price was going to end up after that tipping point, which we were able to record around the beginning of October. Or should I say the end of September? Actually, that's more accurate. Anyway, guys, we have to withdraw that bullish conviction. We have to withdraw from that bullish conviction. We feel at this point, after reanalyze the situation, because you know what's coming, right? It's the end of the month. That's what's coming. So we already can see what price is plotting. You know what I mean? Because at before the end of the month, right? Where you have a few days to go. You can the truth starts to be revealed, so to speak. Now I want to explain what I mean by that. Just keep a close eye on this particular level, 1899. Right? I'm going to show that level. I'm going to show the whole. This whole key level system is going to be shown on the monthly. When I'm going to switch here, but just keep an eye on this one, 1899. Because we suspect, all right, and that's the bottom line. Just jumping ahead a little bit before the explanation, we suspect price is breaking down. It's not really breaking up. It was supposed to break up as we thought, but eventually it kind of gave up on 1899. So 1899 might be really tough as nails. Because we feel that there was a failure to break out, even though price seems to be, from this angle, it looks pretty innocent, right? But I'm going to show you when we filter out that noise, because that's what it is here. This is a bunch of noise, right? We're going to filter that out. But we suspect price is actually back on the downside. So here you go. I mean, we're throwing our bullish conviction out the window. In fact, we're flipping over. Now, guys, check this out. Even the weekly chart, just using the weekly as a filter is not enough, because it looks like, you can clearly see price was actually breaking out a few weeks ago, right? It just a couple of weeks, a week later, it came back down. Let me show you from up close. The close here, you can see the close here, 1898, right? Just 1 point below. But now when we look at the monthly chart, that's where we think we see what's coming. Because here it's clearly shown that big spike. Let me zoom in even further. Right? Take a look. It's the same 1899 I asked you to pay attention to. Right? Price had been trying to cross over the whole month of October. It's been spending the most of the month in attempts to break through, right? Where now we can see, I mean, take a look. That's what I'm saying. A few days to go before the end of the month. It looks like it's not going to do it. Or it's not going to make it. It's not going to close that month above 1899. We see that suspicious spike forming, and it's actually already right there. Right? Trading right below. It looks like it's going to fail. Right? It looks like the monthly price action is dominating the situation here. So, and if that's the case, guys, so we think price is heading south, right? It's going to head south. Then we can talk about 1827, but we can actually talk about beyond that point. If price will not cross above 1899, there's a very good chance we'll see a continuation of this drop movement, this downside movement all the way to 1714. That's going to be the big testing area. And I don't want to take it further beyond that point. We will come here if necessary, and we'll talk about, you know, what's beyond this point. But for now, let's just focus on what's around the corner. We'll be back soon to follow up on the situation, especially next week when we have that monthly closing bar and we can reanalyze the situation. That's about that. Gold looking very bearish. We have to flip over our overview here. So there you go. That's about that for today, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Cheers.